Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors every Saturday morning in a 23rd year on the air on AM 790 in Memphis, and all you good folks in Brownsville on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM, and Jackson, Tennessee on News Talk 101.5. And we have made the gamut throughout the show today. We have been all over, including the National Bird Dog Champion, having them, and Ron Wong out at Red Crest, the Red Crest Cup in North Carolina. And now let's switch and talk food. And nobody I'd rather talk food with than the sporting chef himself, who I still remember my day, my one instruction with Mike Checkett and me under the guidance of this gentleman, that we actually cooked something, and we actually ate it. I don't think it went on his show anywhere. I didn't make any menu or anything like that. But Scott Leysath, good morning, Scott.
Good morning. And you got to admit that was a life changer for you.
It was a life changer. It was a life changer for me. It really, and Mike Checkett too. He still talks about it today. But hey, buddy, I appreciate you taking time. I know you're a busy man with so many things going on. But what better time than mid-March to talk about Sporting Chef, talk about dead meat, talk about Ranch America, talk about the fishmonger, talk about all different things you're so involved in. Just wanted to catch up with him because I know season 6 of the dead meat has been completed. We're running some reruns on that, as Scott told me. But we're getting ready to have the fishmonger come on in May. So give us up to date on what's going on in the world of Scott Leysath.
Well, the Dead Meat Show, if you just did miss the first run, it's back on Outdoor Channel. And, you know, one of the things that we didn't get to when we had our cooking class was how to cook skunk.
No, we didn't. I don't think so.
Have you eaten skunk before?
No, nor have I been sprayed with skunk before. So
I got to tell you, I was a little, you know, most.
Are you serious? You're serious? You're going to tell us?
I'm dead serious. The same trapper that we've done shows with in Indiana, he was chief of police. His name is Cal Ditmar, and I had Coyote Burger there a couple of years ago.
Okay, Coyote Burger. Okay.
I know you're getting hungry. And then this last season,
yes,
we ate skunk.
You ate skunk. Okay. Tastes like chicken. No, I mean, I don't know.
No, if it tastes like chicken, it's not skunk.
Okay, so it tastes like skunk then. I mean,
tastes like, you know, well, here's the thing. He boiled it.
Okay.
And then he stripped all the meat off.
Okay.
And then he breaded it and deep fried it.
Oh,
and people were going back for seconds and thirds of skunk meat.
See, now you said he deep fried it. Now you know I'm getting my gallbladder taken out Tuesday. Where can I ship it to? You know, I thought maybe you might use it in one of your demonstrations, but I can't. I can't have anything fried now. Frank just left. Come back, Frank. Frank is back here. But
I draw the line on some things.
On some things, yeah, I know you do. But so many things going on, Scott. Talk about it. And Scott, of course, you folks know I just got my latest edition of Ducks Unlimited magazine. There you are, doing what you do best, telling people how to cook certain things and along that line. Busy. Talk about what's the fishmonger. Talk about that because it's coming up too. I mean, and Ranch America. You were talking about that to me. You got too many things.
It is. Ranch America is our show about cowboys and what it takes to put the best beef on American dinner tables.
That's
and of course,
yes.
Of course, you know, we did have that little leg up with Yellowstone. It helped the cause a little bit.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
But we've gone everywhere from big ranches, small ranches, Cheyenne Frontier Days. We just did an episode in Wyoming with a former combat veteran who's trying to fight his way back onto the rodeo circuit. The Fishmonger show starts in May.
May 29th, you told me. All right.
And that Fishmonger's killing it. If you're on United Airlines, go ahead and watch the Fishmonger on there on your monitor.
Yes.
And it's all about what the American fishermen are doing, the commercial fishermen are doing to bring fish to us 90% of the fish that we eat in the U.S. is imported. And to me,
I did not
and to
know
me
that.
that's criminal.
That is. And so the name itself, I wanted to ask you about that because I guess you get to name your shows. I guess you're involved in that.
I do.
And so when it came up time to name Dead Meat, that just clicks one night while you're eating skunk, I guess, or something. I don't know how these names came up to the fishmonger. There's got to be a story behind that.
Well, a fishmonger is a person who is very knowledgeable about fish, how to process it, how to cook it. He's your go-to guy when you want to know, I'm having dinner tonight, what kind of fish looks good.
And that's,
Tommy Gomes is the host of the show.
Yes.
He is a fourth-generation commercial fisherman, has just recently opened a fish shop in Point Loma in San Diego.
Okay.
And I've known Tommy for 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
And so he came to me and said, man, I want you to moderate a roundtable with a bunch of commercial fishermen so we can talk about some of the challenges they have out there.
Yes. Yeah.
So we went and shot it. We made a sizzle reel out of it, sent it out to our channel, and next thing you know, we got a show.
You got a show.
And we're shooting our fourth season now.
Amazing. And a lot of these things, and Scott, I know the Asian carp situation has been a big deal in our area, as it has been in a lot of places, particularly Kentucky Lake, Tennessee River, and things along that line. And a lot of people don't realize how good that fish is to eat. Talk about that, because you did some bow fishing with those things. You've had some shows with the Asian carp, and how it can be a real delicacy that we don't. In fact, the folks in China want it shipped there. So,
well, those Asian carp, as you know, they're filter feeders. They're not. They can't be line caught. They're not bottom feeders like the common carp. What was really cool, and this can apply to a whole lot of bony fish. First of all, when you get them stirred up and they start flying out of the water, it's a little tough to shoot them with a bow.
It is. You discovered that, didn't you? Okay.
It's not a great percentage shot because you're making hard circles on a pontoon boat.
Yes. Yeah.
While these fish are hitting you in the back of the head, and really that's the majority of the fish that we got. I think we only stuck 3 of them out of I don't know how many hundreds. But all the other ones jumped in the boat.
Yeah.
But what we had a guy do is he took it to his shop in Chicago, took the skin off, some of the bloodline, and just ground the whole thing. He ran it through a coarse grind, a fine grind, made fish cakes out of it, and it tasted great. There's no bones. It crunches it all up. So if you've got, let's say if you've got American shad in your rivers,
yes,
you know, they're known for they've got those little feathery bones in it.
Yes.
Just grind the whole thing. All you're doing is grinding the bones into calcium. It's not crunchy at all. And you can make fish cakes, and those Asian carp really are delicious. They don't eat like common carp.
Well, that's what I've heard, and of course, the different styles you can do this. And I know you've got a lot of fans in this area, Scott, through your connections with being the cooking chef for DU and things along that line. I got to ask you, after all these years, we've been on the air 23 years, and I know you've been on the show many times and always been gracious to us and things like that on Outdoors with Larry Ray. What you're doing now, I know you couldn't dream of this as a young guy, and I've asked you this before. The popularity of what you've put together is not only knowledgeable, but it's also entertainment and things along that line. But I think you really want to teach people how to cook, don't you, Scott? Isn't that really what you are out there to do?
Well, and, just like your radio show, I mean, we want to entertain and educate. And if we can get those two things across, right?
Yes, yeah.
If you can do that, and you can do that every week, then people will follow you. I can't do it. I couldn't do a deer show every week, for instance.
No.
But I mean, I know that there's people that do it, and they do it really well, and there's people that just want to see deer every week.
I couldn't do that.
But it doesn't interest me.
No.
So that's why I like doing different stuff, and I'm really liking what we're doing now even kind of getting away from just straight cooking, and it's more about the people that we meet on the road.
People, yes, yeah.
We are shooting the entire next dead meat season in South America and Argentina and Uruguay.
Are you really? Okay.
So
yeah,
I'll save you some parakeet. You can put it next to that.
Come on.
Next to the nutria.
Oh man, next to the nutria and everything. Again, we're talking to Scott Leysath. He is the cooking editor, our good friends at Ducks Unlimited right here in Memphis, Tennessee. But so involved in Outdoor Channel, entertainment, education. And again, the Fishmonger starts back up May the 29th. Dead Meat will be will be filming, as he said, in South America. Your chart on things, are you thinking ahead of how far do you have to think ahead of time?
Well, we're actually trying to, since we're shooting 4 shows now,
yes.
With a possible 5th on the way, we try and shoot them. Let's say if I happen to be in New England, ideally I can shoot a Dead Meat, a Fishmonger, and a Ranch America show at the same time.
At the same time, yeah.
Because, you've got to, I don't know if you've noticed, but travel hasn't gotten any cheaper.
No.
Lodging, rental cars, air travel, all that has gotten ridiculous. So we try and group that. But really, some stuff shows up and we find an opportunity that in 2 weeks we got to go somewhere and shoot a show. But it's usually we're months ahead of time on where we're going to be shooting everything.
It's just like a magazine editor, and I try to plan way ahead of time. Scott, thank you for taking time on this Saturday morning. As always, folks, check them out on the Outdoor Channel, the repeats of the Dead Meat series, and, of course, the Fishmonger again on May the 29th. With Tommy Gomes, and look out for the Sporting Chef coming up in September. We didn't even mention that, but tell them where they can go for more information, Scott.
SportingChef.com, and Ranch America is on every Monday night. It just started this week, so you haven't missed much. And SportingChef.com and the Outdoor Channel is your best resource for what we do.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you, Scott. Take it easy out there. All right, man. I can't wait to eat some skunk sometime. All right. All right, buddy. Thank you. Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray and wrap this baby up. All right.